Sweet.
So the spinoff really does start here.
Are we in Metagame Minute? Or
Yeah.
Welcome to this Metagame Minute.
Yeah. We're fucking here, y'all. Sorry, when Bentley chimed in, when he said, welcome to this Metagame Minute, to me, in my ears, it sounded like he said, fuck a Metagame Minute. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Good for you. It makes no sense, but like, why not? We're here. Okay, so we went into this dungeon, and oh my god, the puzzles like just overwhelmed me a little bit. I was like, what do I do? And then this whole time I was like, I wish Ball was here. But luckily, the beauty of D&D is like, oh right, you don't have to, you can roll some dice, you can go from there. And so Alex threw us a little bit of a bone with like Wolf's checks and some of our stuff with Ollie and all that. I personally find this dungeon is like riveting, like this whole like petrified tree type thing with these mushrooms and these glowing rocks.
Yeah, was this like his home base?
I don't know, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. But what really interests me is, and here's what I wanted to talk about for Metagame Minute. Maybe this is crazy or not, because I was thinking the whole time, hey, maybe this guy is related to Riff in some way because he has Riff's uncle's writings on him. He's a halfling. He's stealthy as fuck.
You thought what Mr. Ball thought the last 2 episodes?
Yeah. I think we talked about it possibly.
No,
being
we did, and I'm just building on that. That is to say, like, if this is his home base, there's a motherfucking room with libraries just dumping into here or something. It's got like all these old texts, some of which are like up to 30 years old.
Do you think that Alex would have put that on the random dice roll table though?
But we already know that Alex doesn't necessarily work that way. It's not like everything is planned ahead. Like he has these cool things, and if we, explore them one day, it might not be what it was if we ignored it and explored it the next day. Or he might come up with a more interesting idea as we're playing and talking, and something more interesting presents itself. So, like, just totally metagame minuting here. Like, yeah, maybe he didn't plan for this connection, but here we are and we're talking about it. We're going to come back and it is going to be the connection.
It's the secret.
I don't know. But I'm like, this guy's here and there's this library room and he had old writings. So maybe he's not Riff's uncle, but maybe Riff's uncle's writings got in here somehow. Why not? Because didn't Riff's uncle like die out here like looking for this thing, or no, he's still alive or something? But
why are a lot of them military?
Well, he was like disgraced and stuff too.
My uncle's just go into liar,
the desert and disappear.
A liar and a charlatan. He wasn't a Ghostwise halfling. He was kind of like a, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a movie. Like where it's like, you think it's Predator. This guy the whole time, but then it's like you see him, he's like, no, that's not me. Yeah.
Oh, like a Predator uncle. Oh.
Yeah.
My thinking was like he was like maybe disgraced because you said he like pretended to be the Ghostwise halfling,
right?
Yeah, he's kind of like, basically Gilderoy Lockhart. That's what.
Gilderoy Lockhart. That's a good comparison.
So is he out here though? Is that a possibility, Milo?
I think it's him.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right.
I hope he's dead. And I think Mr. Wolf killed him, so.
That'd be dope.
Got him, baby.
Caleb spent, the other 2 players, they didn't get to spend any time playing, but Caleb didn't get to play half the game because he was cat being completely useless.
He was pretty useful. He was pretty useful as a cat.
And
I would say he was more useful as a cat than he's ever been as his character.
Oh,
that's just me.
You're right. I'm sorry. I meant to say he didn't get to play half the game when he became a half-orc again.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say once I got out of cat form, my roles, I mean, they weren't great as a cat, but I got advantage most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You were very useful as a cat and as a half-orc.
Well, thank you for validating me in my existence. I went through three sets of dice this episode.
Oh wow!
None of them are.
What, did you keep losing them?
No,
because they were bad. So you were grabbing new ones.
Because
such things.
Yeah, it's like the slot machine. Dash knows all about this. You just got to go through the little. The dice are.
Watch the video on our Discord. Posted.
Well, my uncle taught me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who posted that? That was
I think Eddie.
It's your boy Eddie. Yeah. No, that's a good video.
Yeah. So that's what I have to say about dice. I'm curious, DM, if I had put my mask down, would I see illusion or necromancy in this joint with this guy?
With the illusion, that's a tough call because with like most illusion magic, you wouldn't see it until you know it's an illusion.
Like the mind doesn't know what it's looking for, kind of a thing.
Kind of, yeah. That's the kind of thing. Is the nature of illusion magic is that it hides itself, and that's also going to be true from things like detect magic, which is what the glass does. Afterwards, you would have seen the connection, I think.
Okay.
The necromancy, that's hard to say.
On the halfling specifically.
On the halfling, a little bit. It's a skeleton, It's a little halfling skeleton. So you've got that undead presence for sure.
Okay. Oh boy. Well,
Dash.
I didn't do any damage, so that's it for me.
Hey, I didn't either. I cast 3 spells. Well,
I'm the only one that got hurt the last 2 episodes, and both times. Oh no! The second time was from the halfling.
I should have just had Ollie do more stuff, but I was like, I'm a earth and grasp this bitch. I'm a blast him with my Eldritch Blasts. Missed everything. And then I was stunned the next turn. So here I am. Remember last metagame I was saying I wanted to show off. And I did. Showed off how bad I was. Wolf.
Hey, the cave saw what you were doing.
What's that?
I said the cave saw what you were doing.
That's true.
All the rock thought it was really cool.
Do you really not remember Shake and Bake?
Remind me.
You do the shocking grasp, and then I create bonfire because they can't move.
Oh, not the shocking grasp, the earthing grasp. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, I do remember that. I knew it had something to do with the earthing grasp, but I could not remember. So I was like, whatever. I was going to grasp it anyway. So
good.
Okay, Dash. Sorry, I keep calling on you
up,
and then Caleb. He's just like, oh, dude.
Yeah, what up, dude?
This is Frank. How you doing?
What? This is my interpretation of Frank. Hey, how you doing?
Like a creepy Joey Tribbiani.
He's a little Eastern European too. Yeah, how you doing? Huh?
He wears a jogger suit everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But what's up? What's up, dude? What's up? You want to talk?
I like this character. No. I was just saying, like, you got to like hit some things like you were hoping to do really hard
dude.
With your Radiant Axe. First time you used the Radiant Axe on a bad guy. Also, is he dead? Did you kill him? Or are we going to have to pick up his bones and it's going to be like Coco, we take and just reassemble them later?
I don't know. I mean, you guys could pick up his bones. I mean, Wolf doesn't care because he's, he has rendered the body useless. He's done his job. He smote it. He smote the shit out of it. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that the guy would hit me so I could try and blind him.
Oh, yeah, that would have been cool.
My axe.
He tried.
Did that. Bing! That's the sound it would have made.
That skeleton was as good as Caleb did.
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, the fighting part, not the puzzles.
Yeah, the puzzles. I was just like, oh no. Luckily, you were the one that was like, can I solve it? And Alex was like threw a huge bone out. Obviously, like that's how D&D is played, but at the same time, like you forget it when you're in the moment. You're just like.
I mean, I was obviously being like facetious about saying, "Oh, can I solve it?" I was being snarky, but I mean, he let me roll to like give us a leg up, which
was like a totally reasonable DM thing to do because like none of us know how to like pick locks. Or like, what if none of us legitimately know how to solve puzzles?
Yeah.
There's something about it when you're playing D&D. When you're doing this, your brain doesn't do puzzles. Like I've done it. Where if there's a puzzle in front of me, I know I'm not going to be able to solve it, even though I love things like that.
Right.
There's
but you need
about this experience.
You need the imagery, the physical imagery
that
of
might
it,
be part of it. Yeah,
to kind of help because it being described, you're just like
Well, and then we get into the multi-room thing, and I'm just like, oh no! Like I was doing my best to keep track of like doing sort of the bullet list map. Like we go down the hallway, we enter this room, we do this, to the left is this, to the right is this, so I can kind of look back. But I was already like so disoriented and lost, But at the same time, it's like you want to explore everything, you want to get everything, and I think, I think we'll have to do a little bit of that before we head back. But yeah, interested what we're gonna do with the skeleton, and interested, like, if we could just like take a skull, and he's like, hey, I'm a talking skeleton head now. Give me my journal. Give me my book. I want my book back.
I'm
just
excited
start
to hear what's going on at camp.
Start collecting
That's true,
talking
too.
skeletons.
Yeah, we've already got one, living skull.
That's true. And if we were a truly equitable podcast, Bentley would have been like, yo, y'all are coming back to listen to us talk about this stuff at the village when we're there. But next episode you guys are going to get our 2 intellectual party members doing some intrigue, some politics, some science.
Big brain
downtime. Yeah. The galaxy
brain
brains.
stuff, yeah.
A big
Alex,
brain and a kid that thinks that she knows it all. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. Perfect. It's like
Also, I got to say, and Dash, you will know this because Dash and I did an open mic the other week. And at the open mic, this guy pulled both Dash and I aside and was like, my son and I listened to your D&D podcast. And he knew what we looked like. Dash, do you remember what his name was and what the kid's name was?
His name is EJ.
Okay. And I don't remember his son's
he didn't
name.
tell me the name of his son, though.
He told me, and
EJ.
of course I forgot. But shout out to EJ and his
boy. Most people are
boy.
wise to keep their children's name secret from Dash.
Shout out to them for listening every week. And it was just a really interesting thing because he like stopped me and I thought he was going to ask me like where something was. And he's like, you're Riff, right? And I went, I'm sorry? He's like, Rafiria Night Meadow from the D&D podcast? And I was like, and I almost felt like I was about to get handed papers or something. I was like, who are you? What do you want? He's like, oh, my son and I listened to it. My son loves it, and then I've listened to it as well, and it's really, really fun. And I was like, oh, okay. No, we're cool now. We're cool. Yeah.
Don't serve me.
Yeah, exactly. But shout out to EJ and his boy, and thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Cheers to you. And hey, cheers to you for supporting Salem's comedy scene.
It was amazing.
Okay, well, I could keep going forever. So unless anybody has anything else that they want to share or talk about, I'm going to go ahead and hit this old sign-off button. That has been your episode of the Metagame Minute. Thank you for listening.
Please cut all that.
That was the button. You press the button, and it's like
I'm putting music behind it. It's the only thing it's going to say.
You unpress the button.
All right, I'm unpressing the button.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks. Grab your sword. Keep on adventuring.
The button turns you into a stuttering robot.
Yeah, I know. It's a stupid button. It's broken. I've been trying to fix it for a long time, but